All right, let's get right into it. If you're in the trades, you know this feeling, this constant tug of war between the pressure to keep working and the feeling deep down that you really, really need a break. Today, we're talking about a blueprint to finally fix that. We've all heard this one, right? It's practically drilled into us from day one. It's that little voice in your head telling you that every single hour you're not on site or not answering emails is an hour you're losing money. And look, for a while, that mindset makes total sense. It's how businesses get built. But then, this question starts creeping in, and it really gets to the heart of the whole thing. The author of our source material, he hit this exact wall and decided to do something that sounds a little crazy. He took a full 14-day break. No calls, no emails, nothing. And what he found was that his business didn't just survive. It actually got stronger. So first, let's just bust the biggest myth right off the bat. This idea that you have to be always on. And the author frames this with a metaphor that's just perfect for anyone who works with their hands. I mean, just think about that for a second. It's so powerful. You are the engine of your business. You're the prime mover. But even the best, most reliable engine on Earth needs maintenance. Pushing your brain, your decision-making center, for months or even years without a real break isn't being tough. It's just really bad maintenance. And the consequences of running that engine into the red, well, they're not just about feeling a bit tired. In the trades, they can be flat out dangerous. A tired mind leads to safety lapses on site. Your precision work, like getting those measurements spot on, that's the first thing to go. And maybe the worst part of it all is you get a short temper with the very clients and family you're working so hard to provide for. Burnout is a serious liability. Now, here's what's really interesting about the author's story. It's how he reframed that time off. It wasn't about escaping his job. It was a strategic decision to reinvest in something just as important. And this quote just nails it. So many of us fall into the trap of serving the business, letting it eat up our entire life. But the whole point is to build a business that serves your life. By spending that time with his family, he was shoring up the foundation that makes all the hard work even worth it in the first place. Okay, so this isn't just about your well-being. The most surprising part of this whole thing was the direct professional payoff. You have to stop thinking of a break as a cost. It's an investment with a massive return. This slide breaks down that shift perfectly. The tired worker is stuck down in the trenches, All you can see is the mud right in front of you. You're just reacting to one problem after another. But the rested leader, they can step back. They can see the entire job site, the whole picture. That's when you stop just putting out fires and start building a real long-term strategy. And get this, the benefits weren't some vague, fuzzy feeling. They were super specific. First, with his mind finally clear of the daily grind, he developed a much better vision for his company's AI-powered content engine strategy, basically a smarter system for his marketing. Second, and this is brilliant, his absence was the ultimate stress test for his business. It revealed exactly where the weak points and cracks were in his systems. That is invaluable data you literally can't get any other way. So if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, this sounds great, but there is no way I could ever do that, then this next part is for you. This is the actual practical blueprint for how you can pull this off. It's a pretty straightforward 3-step plan. First, you have to communicate. You tell your team and your clients ahead of time. People actually respect boundaries when they're clearly stated. Second, automate. Use the tools out there to handle all the routine stuff while you're gone. And third, and this one is key, you have to train your unplugging muscle. If 2 weeks sounds impossible, fine, start smaller. Try a no-phone Friday. You build up to it, you get stronger over time. Okay, this all brings us to the final and maybe the most important shift in thinking. It's a challenge to totally rethink your fundamental role in the business you've worked so hard to build. This is it. This is the whole takeaway. You can be the hardest worker on the crew, absolutely. But if you're burned out, you can't lead effectively. And at the end of the day, a rested, strategic leader is infinitely more valuable to the long-term health of your company than another tired body on the tools. Rest isn't something that just happens when you find the perfect time. Because let's be honest, that perfect time never ever comes. You have to treat your own rest with the same importance as a critical project milestone. You put it on the calendar, you protect that time, and you make sure it happens. So that's the question we're going to leave you with. It's not a question of if your engine needs maintenance. The only real question is, when are you finally going to schedule your generator's next oil change?